So, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Kire. I am playing with the Panzerschulze 4C. I'm not exactly sure if it is pronounced like that, but it's the newer line of the TDs in the Germany. And I haven't played it yet before, so I have started to play it just recently so that I could maybe get that line done someday too. The matchup isn't really that amazing, and I'm not expecting to do that much in this game considering I'm a tier 5. And there's only a very few tier 5s in this game overall, a lot of tier 6s and quite a few tier 7s, so my expectations of this game really aren't very big, especially considering that I'm not a very good TD player. This specifically is not a tank that has any armor, so I would basically have to be staying behind a lot to be able to actually do proper damage and be useful to the team. It's not a tank where I could be going and really going into a fight situation so that the enemy would be hitting me. And yeah, I haven't been doing very well with it overall. A couple of nice games, but then a lot of not that great games, to be honest. But I'm coming here nonetheless, even though I know what I should be approximately doing. But I'm kind of thinking that if we can clear this area, then maybe I could be restraining myself and sniping a little bit from this side, because it could be a good position then. I didn't have any time to do anything about that, but it's interesting that Shaft B is actually already behind us, and so is the Panzer 38NA. I was thinking that he would be driving into here because it looks like he is, so I was already aiming, but he stops right there. Right when he would be coming up, he decides to stop. So, well, he is not looking into me, so I can just casually come here to shoot him. And that was a fire onto the Panzer 38NA. I'm actually in the medium missions now, in a medium mission where I would need to be lifting 2 guys into fire, so just remember that. Just saying that that's not exactly the only fire I'm getting in this game, which is going to be quite sad later on. Oh well. It would have been nice if that would have been a tier 6 medium tank or something that got the 2 fires, but unfortunately not. Well, there is something I can try to snipe, but I only got the Drax now. But apparently he is not dying yet, so I can try another shot, and I actually finished the Panther off. Not that I was specifically needed for that, but well, something done. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm trying not to be in the way to the E25, and just find a position where I could try to be shooting from. Maybe, but the T1 Heavy was already dying pretty fast. But I didn't want to be just stopping in front of the E25 when I saw very clearly that he was already aiming there. But there is a Cherie, and then the Su-12244 around there. So I can definitely try to be sniping them from here nonetheless. For sure. I tried to make a blind shot in there, not sure if it really hit. As such, the situation looks really good at the moment. We cleared this side completely and are able to go forward. So for the moment the game looks very good. Even if they are having more people into the 4 or 5 regions. But there's the Su-12244, and I actually penetrate his armor too, so a nice bit of damage from that. But it's not that easy to penetrate him, so I put a little bit of a high explosive shell too to maybe get a better possibility of hitting him. It's very weird that when I'm in the sniper mode, this replay sometimes goes and just starts zooming out, and I don't have any idea why it does that when I'm still in the same sort of a sniper mode as I am in the beginning. But for some reason it likes to do that, like staying in this kind of mode and then it starts zooming out in this replay, which is very weird, but that for some reason is what it does after at least one shot has been made. But the situation has started to get very close at this point, considering that pretty much all the tanks that were attacking from this side are now dead. I'm wondering what I should do, but at least there's something I can try to take care of. I thought that the T-34-85 might be around here somewhere. So at least he is out of the game, which is nice enough. Just trying to avoid being shot, and someone did try to shoot me. So I'm just thinking that I'm going to be staying in cover just a little bit, but I'm wondering that there's no point for me to be attacking forward into the enemy base because of the fact that I would just die. If there's the SU looking in there, I will die to it, and I will not be able to be useful to my team. Because there's no one who could be shooting into there or anything, so I would die pointlessly. So I rather try to see if I could go back to where the rest of my team is still alive, fighting, and see if I could be useful in there in some way or manner. But it's just a little ways to go to travel that far. Let's just speed it up a little bit. But yeah, the team is starting to fall. I'm having a quick look if I could shoot into there, but no way. But yeah, team is not doing well hit point wise, so let's just start to be putting back to the replace by speed 1. But team is not doing well. They have the tier 7s left, 3 tier 7s still left, and 1 tier 6. When we have 1 tier 7 who is a very one shot, and then a couple of tier 6s and me. So in that way it doesn't look good, but the fight is still going very close. I'm just trying to see if I could in any way get into here quickly enough to try to kill this Churchill 7. VK is escaping, which is a very good thing that he stays alive longer. And Churchill is right in front of me very soon. I even reloaded gold for this because I wanted to make sure I would be able to penetrate the Churchill 7, and what do you know? A second fire in the game and not in the medium tank. Lovely. That's very nice, exactly what I wanted. But VK unfortunately also died. I know the SU is watching somewhere in there, so I was hoping that I could try to get the T-43, but unfortunately, well, not very easy to try to go and get him anymore. I'm expecting that maybe he wants to be coming around the corner, but it doesn't appear so. But now I'm a tier 5 Vigile, who can take a shot, at least from the T-43, against 2 tier 7s, who neither of them is in perfect health, but still. I'm having a look if the T-43 tried to go behind me from here, because that could have been something he could have tried to do, but apparently not. But it's preferable that they don't know where I am. So I'm going forward closer to the SU-152's location and see if I could maybe do something from there. Maybe take him out of the game. Maybe. But yeah, just heading this way, seeing what I could possibly try to do. And I have no idea where at the moment the T-43 is. It might be that he's trying to be finding me, but the SU is here, so just making a quick shot. But I don't want him to even accidentally hit me, especially when I'm reloading. Just trying to aim now, because, yeah. At least he also doesn't have an accurate gun, so that was a very important kill. Now it's 1 versus 1, and the mouse and cat game can start, so to speak. Which is exactly what it's going to be, because I'm going again down here. Panther is saying that I would be, or I should go to the enemy base, but that's exactly what I don't want to do. The one reason why I don't want to cap in this sort of a situation is that then the enemy knows where I am. And one advantage you have in this situation is that they don't know where I am. That's an advantage, that they don't know where you are. And you don't want to just give it up by saying that, hey, come here, I'm in the base. I'm going around here a little bit more, even, and see if he happens to be around here. But I guess he is possibly in his own base at the moment. He is probably expecting that I would be going into there. but I'm surely not in there. Not at the moment, but let's just speed this up a little bit because this is truly a cat and mouse game. So at least replay speed 2. To have a look how we chase each other's head down like a cat and mouse. Indeed. But yeah, that's the reason I don't want to be going into cap, because then they know where I am and they would be able to choose the angle they would want to be engaging me from. And that always gives them an advantage nonetheless. But yeah, he is not here. Nowhere to be seen at the moment. For sure, just going around and around in circles, I guess. Almost already in the enemy base, having a look, but nope. Doesn't seem like he's here defending either. And no, he is in our base. Well, he was very momentarily. Very momentarily in our base, but probably is trying to look for me in the back of the base or something in defense. But I wasn't there, so just heading back again. As said, I don't want to go to the gap. For specific reasons. Specifically, if it at least would be a Churchill 7 or something very slow, then we would know it wouldn't be able to make it back into the defense. But T-43 is quick tank nonetheless, so it would easily make it back to the defend the base. So I'm just trying to go and go closer to this region here, so maybe I could be spotting him if he happens to decide to be going down, like past us, so we could maybe proxy spot him, but don't seem he is around here right now, at least. So, but there he is. That could have also been a miss, but still I could have taken one shot from him and been alive, so that was a pretty awesome game, very exciting. Very interesting cat and mouse game for sure. And 5 kills as a Type 5 tank in the end. So just very, very, very fun game overall. So I thought that I would be recording this up. So let's go and see the post-battle results. So as you can see, I got the medal for killing higher tires enough in the tank destroyer. Was it the Halonen's medal? Most likely. I got the master tanker and overall made 1890 damage, which was the second most damage anyone made in this game. I got the 5 kills and overall experience 1187. So, indeed a pretty nice game. So I hope you enjoyed this little gameplay of a little bit of a smaller tire than what I normally play with. And thank you for watching. I shall see you in another episode.